Hi, I'm Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with my series entitled Blues Solos with Comping. In this series we go back and forth from lead guitar to rhythm guitar accompaniment within the context of a 12-bar blues. First I'll play blues solo with comping in the key of C, number 2, and then I'll break it down for you. Here we go. I hope you enjoy it. Now let's break down blues solo with comping in the key of C, number 2. In this exercise we have a 12-bar blues, and I'm going to break those 12 bars down into 3 4-bar phrases. In each 4-bar phrase, we'll go back and forth from lead guitar to rhythm guitar accompaniment, otherwise known as comping. Let's go ahead and get a look at the scales that we'll be using for this exercise. The first scale that we'll be using is the C blues scale located at the 8th fret. Remember that the blues scale is the same as the minor pentatonic with the addition of the blue note. Here it is. We will also be using the C major pentatonic located at the 8th fret. It looks like this. Let's get a look at our first phrase. So our first lick of the phrase is a pickup lick, and that means it comes in before the first full bar. So we're going to lead in with this. We have a bend on the 3rd string, and then we have double stops on the high 2 strings. We'll do that again. Then we're going to bend, release, pull off on the 3rd string. And then we'll go to the comping pattern. So the accompaniment pattern is based on an abbreviated dominant 7 of C, so C7. We have 5 and 7, 3rd and 5th. And we're going to use a little hammer on here. And then we'll go to an F triad. You can see like that's an F bar chord, but this is kind of really just movement around the C harmony. We're not really changing to an F chord, so we're going to go and then the F triad, and then back to this dominant chord with the hammer on. And then in our next lick, we're going to start with a bend on the 3rd string to the high E string, then release, pull off, and then right down to the blues scale, and then ending on the major 3rd of our chord C7. So that's an E note, and that's from the chord or from the major pentatonic. And then we'll go to our comping pattern. Let's put all of that together one more time. Here's phrase 2. So again, this lick is going to lead into the next chord change. We're going to lead into the 4 chord, that's F7, and we're going to start out with a mixed pentatonic lick. We're starting with a bend on the B string, whole bend. And then we're going to play the 1st string, and then here's the mixed pentatonic part. We have just a slight bend here, about a quarter. And ending with a full bend. on the B. And then we're going to follow that with our F accompaniment pattern. So that's the same thing that we had for C, except we're going to move it down to the 1st fret. So we'll have an abbreviated F7th chord. And we'll hammer on. And then we'll have a quick move to what's actually a B flat triad, but this is just moving around F and back to F7. So same comping as we had before, just move to the 1st fret. And then our next lick, we're going to go back to the 8th fret, and we'll be playing within the major pentatonic to start. And these notes work really well because the majority of them are chord tones of F. So this note and this note are the 3rd and 5th of F. So, and then we have this note. The E flat is part of the minor pentatonic, but it's also the 7 on an F7. So again, we're using informed note choices here. And this has to do with the notes that are actually in the chord we're on. And then we're going to end that lick on an E flat, E natural-ish blues 3rd, kind of in between. We have a slight quarter bend there, and that's the 3rd of our C, which we return to right there. Let's put that all together. Here's the last phrase. So we're leading into the 5 chord here, that's G, and we're starting out with the mixed pentatonic lick. So I'm going to go from the 10th fret to the 9th fret, and then back to the 10th fret, but I'm going to whole bend this time, and then play 8 on the B string, back to the 10th fret on the 3rd string, and then a quick hammer here from 8 to 9, and then I'm going to roll my finger on the 10th fret on both the 4th and 5th strings. Notice I end up on the note G. That is my target tone because I'm leading into the G7th chord, so that's the root. So that's setting up my chord change. Then I will go into comping, and these are abbreviated 9th chord forms. So if you imagine, here are the full chords: G9, G flat 9, F9. I'm just using the top 3 strings. And then we go into this next mixed pentatonic lick, and it's just chromatic: 8th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret, and then again. And then we have a bend release, and I'm ending on the root C, and then I go back into the comping. And then I have abbreviated 9th chords. This implies like A flat 9 to G9. And then I'm going to end on a C13 chord. So here we have, this is the flatted 7, 3, the 6 is the same as the 13, and then we have the root on top. Let's put all of that together. That's it for Blues Solo with Comping in the key of C number 2. I'm Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music, and I hope to see you back on my channel soon.